Hi friends, welcome back. Naji here. So we are continuing a discussion with Langgraph and its parallel execution. And in this video, we will be discussing on the last workflow. Okay. In our previous video, we discussed about first two, and in this video, we will be concentrating on the last one. So here, actually, we have a node, a starting node. Then it will go to the A. Then we have a parallel execution, and this will be conditionally executing. Okay, so maybe it will execute B and C in parallel based on some input, or it will execute C and D parallel, and finally everything will be come to E. Okay, we'll see how can we implement conditional plus parallel using Langgraph. So for that, I have my Visual Studio Code is open. I just copied few codes from our last video, and this is few import, and this is our state graph, and here I have added one more parameter, that is which. Okay, I will tell you why we add this. There is a purpose for that. Then we have our node, and node template is ready. Now we can create our node. For that, let me go back. We can check how many nodes we need. We need like 1, 2, A, B, C, D, E. 5 nodes are needed. Now let me go and create those 5 nodes, which is also very simple. Here I can say a return node value. I can say that I am A in a similar way how we did it now last time. I can just copy this for B and C and D and E. I can make it B, this is C, D, and this is A. Here also we can check here it is B and C and D and E. Okay, so we have our node is ready. Now we can build the graph. For that, what I am going to do, I am going to create a builder. Here I can have a state graph. I can pass the state, okay. Now we can set our first node. So our first node will be add edge. Just a second. Now let me. Okay, one more thing we need to add. First we need to add the node. So let me add the node here. We have a node A will be A. Now builder dot add node. We have a B. So we are creating the node here, or we are adding the created node with the builder or Langgraph. We have a B. Then we have builder dot add node. So here I am going to give name as C, and we have a add node. Here we have a D. Can make it D, and D represents the D. And builder dot add node. We have E. Here we have our E. So the node is ready, node is added. Now we can start building the edges. For that, our starting node will be add node. We have a start node. From the start node we have to go to A, right? And we'll see from A where we will go. So for that, I need to add node. Builder dot no, this is not wrong. This is add edge. Okay, so we have added A, and from A we need to add a condition. So what I'm going to say from A, here I can say that, okay, add condition from A. Okay, we need to go to a node. Okay, so here I can mention that you need to route to BC, you need to go to BC, or you need to go to CD, or I can make it CD. Okay, so this is my condition, and I am going to specify some intermediate node here. So this is my intermediate node. Okay, so to make it clear, let me set my intermediate node. So my intermediate node will be, see, whatever my intermediate node come here, we can see that B, C, D are my intermediate node. So let me mention that here, this is my B and this is my C and this is my D. Okay, so this intermediate node will come here. Now we need to mention a method here, a conditional method. So I can mention it something like this. Okay, here I can say that here we need to pass the state, and once the state is passed, we will be sending a sequence of text, sequence of string that we are passing. So here first I will check which is my state. Okay, so if the state is CD, if the state equal to CD, then we need to go to C and D. Here I can say you need to go to C, then you need to go to D. Else what you need to do, you need to go to B, then you need to go to C. So this is just we are checking a condition. So as an input parameter, we will give which node it has to select. Based on that, it will go to C and D or it will go to B and C. The condition that we have added here, we have added a conditional node, and from A it will go to B or C. It will go to C or D, or it will go to B or C. That is what we are mentioning here, and here we are passing the intermediate node. So this node must know which are the intermediate node, then only it will be able to build it properly. Okay, so the building part is done. Now we need to do couple more things. So now we have B, C and D, right? And all these three nodes has to be connected end with the E, right? So we need to establish that connection. So instead of hard coding, what I am going to do, I am just going to loop it for node in intermediate, right? I can set builder node, add edge. The node need to be ended with E, right? So B will connected with E, C will be connected with E, and D will be connected with E. Then finally I can add edge. From E we can do a end. So this is done. Now we can compile it, then we will try to print the graph. Okay, so to get the graph, okay, we can have a builder dot, I can compile it, very simple. Once the compilation is done, we can print the graph. Okay, for that let me import image, and I can import the display, and for display and image, what I can do, graph, I can ask give me the graph and you just draw it. Okay, let me execute this. See, this is working as expected. I mean, this is actually printing as expected. We have a from A we are going to B, C and D. So this is a conditional. Then we will have everything will be connected to E, and E will be doing the stopping part. Now we'll see how can we trigger this. For that I can have a graph dot invoke. Okay, what I need to do, first I need to pass the aggregate. So aggregate will be empty, right? Now I can pass one more thing, which. So here I am going to pass BC. So this must go with B and C, right? So we'll see how this execute. So here we can see that I am going to save I am A2 and this state. So initially the state is empty, then it will go to B, right? Because we are saying that you have to go with B, right? So it is going to B, and here it is also saying that I am A, and when it is going to C, it is saying I am A, because these two things are executing in parallel. Okay, then we can see. Then finally it is going to E, then we will able to see the state I am A, I am B and I am C. Now in similar way what we can do, let me check the code again. Okay. Here we can pass one more thing, one more variable, that is C and D. Let me execute this. Then here we can see it is going with a node C and D, and the C and D is parallelly executing. Okay. So in this way we can bring very easily, we can bring the parallelization and the conditional edging, we can work together very easily using the Langgraph. So that is about in this video. I will upload this to my GitHub repository. You guys can download and you guys can try it out. So please do like and subscribe. Have a nice day. Bye bye.